All right, guys, we're out here at Toxic Day 4, and I just happened to run into Steve Cooper from
What's up, Coach?
indeepontheDelta. Now, if you guys haven't, you guys probably are subscribed to him already, because I mean, I'm gonna say that you're blowing up, you know, because personally, like, I've been doing it, you know, since before you started, and you've already skyrocketed past
baby
me.
steps, baby steps. Yeah.
You're taking more of man steps, because I think, and I'm not trying to, you know, do the whole how many subscribers and everything. I'm like 2.7, but you're up to like 7, I think. Or
Yeah, I'm baby steps, but I'm retired. You know, I mean, it's a hobby for me, so
Okay.
you know, I don't have to work and you know, spend 40 hours at a job. I can go out and fish. And do a little filming. It makes it a lot easier.
I guess that's a little bit of an advantage.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk to him about, you know, because his videos are, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I have a tournament that weekend, I'm looking for your video.
And I keep looking for you at the top of the board. You know,
We're trying. We're trying. We're out there.
While, man.
We're putting in our work, and but it's just like you said, you know, unfortunately, I'm not retired yet.
Yeah. And you're fairly new to tournament fishing, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. We haven't been tournament fishing. I mean, we would do one every now and then. Mm-hmm. This is the first year that me and my son actually said, okay, we're going to fish a circuit. And, you know, we decided to fish the Northern Region Fishing the Future Pro Tour. And we're like, we're going to fish this tournament and everything like that. And honestly, we picked that tournament because it's the cheapest one, you know, out there. I mean, you do have BBTs also, you know, up in that range, but these other tournaments, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I just can't afford them.
Yeah.
I mean, with the gas prices, and then you got to put gas in your boat and your truck, and then
and you know,
man.
Future Pro's a good tournament. You've got good competition. You know, don't think because it's one of the tournaments that is reasonable to get into. You have some good tournament anglers in Future Pro, and it's produced some really. I fished Future Pro for, you know, a couple of years. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I don't care what tournament you're going to. If it's Future Pro, BBT, a Wednesday nighter, it's got to be your day to get in that top 3.
Yeah.
You know. It's harder and harder to be consistent in tournaments because there are so many good fishermen out there. They're watching your program and my program. They're getting all the scoop, you know. So it's hard to be consistent.
Now, okay, so now let me ask a question. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but have you got any crap about the stuff on YouTube or anything like that? Because personally, and everybody knows that, I mean, I'm going to keep it real and everything like that. I mean, people have talked, you know, like, oh, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? And you're giving up spots and all that stuff, you know.
As far as burning spots, I'm fairly careful about where I'm fishing. And if you're on the Delta, and you have a background of Thule's, you could be anywhere on the Delta. If you are in front of a sign where you have a hot bite and you're in front of B&W, there's going to be people that may not like that. But as far as, I think most people that have problems with that, I did a video on Trinity Lake, and people didn't like that. And you know, I've been fishing Trinity Lake since I was a kid with my dad, and you know, well, this is my lake, and I said, well, you know, I probably fished this lake 40 years before you've been fishing it, so it's actually my lake. And you know, you just kind of have to let that go over your head, because you can get into a lot of unnecessary BS. You know, it's not high school anymore.
And that's the same thing I try to do. And like I said, for the most part, I do. Honestly, I do have some spots on the Delta that are my spots, you know, that I really like, and they are in my video. But like you said, I'm mindful of, I don't want to show too much of the background and stuff like that. But you know, that is just a quick question I wanted to ask, because talking to another YouTuber, because I don't talk to too many guys that
and I'll tell you something that Randy Pringle told me. And Randy is obviously the director of the BBT, but he was a long time tournament angler, a very accomplished fisherman.
Okay.
And we were discussing something kind of like this, and he says, well, you tell somebody where to go, what to use, so on and so forth, and Randy says, you know what, you can't catch another man's fish. And I've noticed that over the course of my life. I could talk to you and you could say, Steve, right out there on that point, man, you throw a Vision 110 in this color and blah, blah, blah. I can go out there and not do worth a darn. You may be killing them. It never seems like you can, you can give, and another thing, kind of leading on to that too, if I'm doing a tutorial on how to fish a Vision 110, or whatever it is, it's more important to know how to fish that bait and fish it efficiently and correctly than know the one spot that somebody caught a fish 3 months ago, especially in the Delta. These fish are moving all the time, and if you are the type of guy that is looking at these videos and trying to see what's in the background and thinking, oh, I know where that's at, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
Do you know the right, do you know the tide, do you know, there's a lot going on, and if you're doing that and you're trying to be a spot chaser I'll go one step beyond what Randy said. You can't catch another man's fish. A lot of times you can't catch fish out of another man's spot or hole.
There you go.
We'll leave it at that.
And at the same time, like me personally, I'm the type of person, a lot of my buddies know me, they won't, let's say they're on a bite at a lake and I have a tournament, they know they won't even call me and tell me, hey, they're biting this or they're doing it, because I don't want to know. Like, but that's just the way I am.
Well, tell them to call me. I want to know, man.
Right. And that's just the way I've been, because honestly, I've done my homework, as much as I can from, Google Earth or anything like that. Yeah. And I have a game plan. Okay, I have a game plan. This is what I'm going to do when I hit that lake tomorrow in the tournament.
Right.
And if anybody messages me or something like that, I almost won't even open it up, because it's like, I don't want to see nothing, because I don't want my game plan to mess up, because if I mess up, I want it to be on me. Yeah. If they tell me something and I end up doing what they said, and it's going to be in the back of my mind, like, if I would have just stuck to my game plan.
That's, that's the way you build confidence, and having your own confidence and your own style of fishing is important. And another thing, when I guided for many years, and one thing that I can remember growing up fishing, I had a mother and a father that took me fishing all the time, and that was great. But I still remember the people at the dock, and this was back before the internet for some of you folks out there. You couldn't get information. There wasn't any. There was a few magazines that were always 6 months behind, but there was usually somebody that would come up to a kid and give you a bait or talk to you about how to catch a fish, and those are the people that I always remembered. Yeah. There would be other people that just kind of wave you off, and these are my fish, blah blah blah. Yeah. And as you get a little bit older and you go through life, it's fishing, but it's life. Do you want to be that guy that's going to lie about where he's fishing and what he's doing? It's just the right thing to do, if you want to share information. Yeah. And it's fun. I'm sure you've met a ton of people through your YouTube. Yeah. And I see people like at these events all the time. I've made friends, and it's just a better way to go through life. Share some information. If you're tournament angling, obviously, I'm not doing a lot of tournament angling anymore, but it's not going to hurt anybody. Yeah. And now, okay, so last question. We're at Toxic Day 4. Are you planning on picking anything up? Is your bank account going to allow you to? Because if you're coming to Toxic Day, you better have some money on you. Now, I personally am going to go back to. I did a interview with Joseph from Bass Union. And I got to go pick up some stuff from him, because I have a tournament in Oroville, actually. And that's October. Where you want to go, Bass Union. Yep. in October. So I'm going to be picking up some of those baits. But anything catch your eye over here? I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of stuff's caught my eye. There's some of the best bait makers on the West Coast out here. For me, the stuff that I really want there, I already have. Oh, okay. And there's a few things. My wife Amy might be watching this, so I can't be giving you. I can't share that kind of information. But I'm looking right now. I've got so many big swim baits and stuff. that the ones that I want, I have. I was kind of looking at some of the plastic bait makers and stuff, because that's where you're really going to catch the numbers of fish and have fun. Big baits, I enjoy fishing them. I was a working guy. I don't like spending a ton of money on big baits. I do now and then, but if I didn't have a lot of those baits, I probably would have tried to save up a lot more money than I'd care to talk about.
And that's the same thing with me. I have some, but I honestly use my big baits to locate fish. You know, I mean, if I'm on a lake, I'll throw, because I always have one tied on, so I'll throw one out there, you know, and see if I get a couple followers or something like that. And then, you know, obviously 9 times out of 10, you see the fish and then it just swims off.
And you know they're there though.
So but you know they're there, you know. And
so you can get mad the rest of the day trying to catch them.
Exactly.
But so, you know, the thing about this is a lot of these guys may have a custom color. And they may have, you know, I don't know, maybe it was Matt Lures or whoever was out there. I mean, when the gates opened up today, you better not have been standing in front of, in the aisle.
I've seen that.
They came in, it was like the running of the bulls in Spain. And they were all going to, you know, a couple different places.
When they came in, I thought it was the line for everybody was just walking around. Until I realized, no, that's the line for one booth. I was like, holy crap.
I'm thinking I come up here next year and I want something back there. I'm going to get a little rope to pull in front of this guy. Then I'll just go down. Then I'll run down and get my bait, you know.
Yeah, because but what I liked about what they're doing, because I came to the first Toxic Day, and it was nice. Not as big as this one, but it was nice. But I like that they're inviting, or they're allowing anybody to come with, you know, because I've seen a booth that has knives, custom knives, and then you've got your plastics like Bass Union, you know, and stuff like that. It's not strictly just big swim baits, custom swim baits, you know, stuff like that, which is cool. And I think you're going to reach a lot more people like that maybe they don't throw big swim baits, and they come just to buy, you know, some plastics and stuff like that, and they see a big swim bait that they're
it's a free event, so you can come up, you know. I mean, usually there's guys from all over. All over the United States.
I've heard Texas.
And crazy. You know, just to come see what they're doing and you know, see some of their techniques, some of their beautiful paint jobs. They're works of art. You'd hate to have a fish bite.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to throw them when you have that.
For an event to come out, I mean, it's a great day. Lots of stuff to see, and it's free. That doesn't happen anymore.
So, well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I appreciate you taking the time and coming and talking to me, you know, like that. I'm going to get back out there and see what other baits they got out there and see what I can.
Hey, and if you got 1 minute, you can get behind that camera. I can show you where my favorite spot is on the Delta.
You can
right now.
Yeah, we can
grab that camera.
All right, let's go, guys.
Okay, what you want is a jig. You want a jig or something that's not going to get caught up on any plastic. Come on over here. Right down here. You get a green pumpkin jig, slide it right down here, straight braid. I guarantee you get bit. Best fishing time is on a Saturday afternoon about 6 o'clock, maybe Sunday.
There you go, guys. That's the secret gem right there.
All right.
All right.